He's sweet and sincere. When he looks at me, my thoughts start to steer. But nah, it ain't gay, I'm just keeping it real. Everybody appreciates a man with appeal. It's not gay to dream about him at night, about dates, a wedding, holding him tight. We're just friends, I swear it's all in my head.
Why do we like Persona? This is the major question. Is it the story, the characters, the world building, or designs, or even watching cringy, sketchy, and catchy Instagram edits? My lady ants and gentle cats, let's find out. And also, there are going to be a light spoilers if you want to experience these games yourself. Play these games, I highly recommend. Enough warnings out of the way. In the spirit of Persona 4 Revival coming out, there have been rumors that it's going to be released in a few months from now. And I'll discuss Persona 4, but even before that, I need to explain what Persona generally is for all you newbies in the crowd. Persona is a JRPG, and JRPG stands for a Japanese role-playing game, which is a subgenre that usually has a linear story, story-driven narrative, and turn-based combat, which you need to take on for the note later in this video. Persona blends JRPG elements and your typical life simulator together to make a wonderfully, massively designed game loop by spending your daily life as a high school student, where you would be play over an in-game year in a prime location depending on the installment you're playing. In Persona 3, the main setting is Tatsumi Port Island, a man-made, bustling, pristine island with an amazing view. Persona 4 has a rustic, organic, quiet feel of a traditional Japanese town, is what I say for now. But you get my point, right? I'll discuss in categories for better pacing. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the dungeon crawling section of these games, where some of the sort of supernatural phenomena occurs that's tied to the story. That being said, you fight enemies everyone in the series refers to as shadows. They can form as multiple things: your dark reflection, your dangerous monsters, or even turn into a persona. Not once I even mentioned what a persona even is. Okay, to quickly summarize, a persona is the manifestation of a user's personal identity, personality, and willpower and potential. It's some sort of mask of your true self. There's even a song named Pursuing Your True Self. Besides showing your spirit manifested, they also have a massive mighty powers tied to the user's personal breakthroughs and character growth. Persona is usually brought about when the user is under extreme pressure and stress, usually for example being locked in a prison cell and going to be skewered to death, or being scared of death, which is pretty much a lot of people. Phew, okay, that was a lot. Time for a break. Chapter 2 of Runaway Flame is out now, and with that, a new Discord server, Raging Flames, is released to the public for all you talented anime lovers and voice actors in the link. The link will be in the description, and come support us. And I also have a new TikTok called Death Cats for Snacks, link in the description as well. Let's start with atmosphere / visuals. I'll give an example using Inaba from Persona 4, but these good aspects apply to the other games as well. Inaba is a small rustic town, and the start of the game is your MCU Narukami is a stranger in this new, seemingly quiet, boring, isolated place. Not until the serial murders start occurring. Meeting his new friends in April, which ironically when I'm recording this, he enrolls to Yosogami High School, the alluring midnight channel, the TV world, etc, etc. This boring place starts to feel nostalgic and tranquility, with old, mostly rustic infrastructure by a bygone era. Even if all these people encounter with their troubles and insecurities, aka your social links, you'll still be able to feel really attached with it. It also goes for Persona 3 and Persona 5. It really feels like a real place. It is so good. Can I quickly say that I prefer the original Persona 4's lighting and desaturation more than Golden's? I love the quality of light from Golden, but the OG Persona 4 has better special effects and more texture than Golden that flats down the presentation. Anyway, the UI design starting from Persona 3 and onwards are seriously immaculate and masterful in presentation, while still being clear and easy to read and comprehend. Especially in the case of Persona 4, since it's the main example of this video. The flurry of rainbows, a setting, the bright yellow, reds, and occasional white and black as if the caution tape was everywhere, which also thematically ties into the murder mystery and the truth. Just overall, a chef's kiss to everything. And hey, maybe I'll do a follow-up video. I'll keep this short. I don't want to spoiler things specifically, so I'ma say this. The stories in these games are masterpieces. Over 200 hours stories in Persona 3's and Persona 5's case, but Persona 4 case it's about 11 hours or so, depending on your pace. Its depth and billowing pitfalls of self-acceptance, complex topics, and finding your true self, and so much more. And more importantly, to be thankful for your time with your friends and living out your youth. These games certainly live in color. The relatability of the characters you interact with, like your party members and social link, their depth and intention, and how the character growth and circumstances and personal backstory change the context of their actions in the story. It's personally up to you who you relate to the most. My picks would be Chihiro, Junpei, Fuka for Persona 3, Yosuke, Chie, Naoto, and Ko, Teddy from Persona 5. It would be Anne, Yusuke, Makoto, Vataba, and a girl named Yoshizawa, and Ren and Namiya, which is the MC. And especially Sketchy Akechi from Persona 5. I think this is why, definitely, one of the major reasons why we love Persona. And to get a second opinion on this topic, I asked one of my Persona friends on Discord to share her thoughts, being voiced by my friend Tsukiyomi. What do you think compelled people to get into the franchise, as in characters, designs, etc.?
I'm not sure what else, but speaking for others, I feel like it's probably the character designs or the animations in the fighting scene. Like in recent games such as Persona 5 and Persona 3 Reload, I think some fans can also relate to certain characters within the game, as I've seen some people express that before. To add on to what I said, I'm pretty sure it's also the personalities that the Persona characters have that make people grow attached or like a certain character.
Why people love Persona characters, and briefly explain why and give your personal experience.
For my personal experience though, it's always been the personality for me and how they acted depending on the situation they're in, or pretty much how they're shown at first. Like in my opinion, Ryuji tends to make a lot of scenes in Persona 5 funny. And thank you for having me. I don't really know how to say, but thank you.
Thank you so much, Peach, for answering some of my questions. Well, there you have it. You may have already got an idea. Drum rolls, please. It's all the above. Wait, what? Persona massively blends excellent character, writing and story, art design and visuals and gameplay, which I did get into because this video is already long enough. And if you were to ask me which aspect I like generally more, it would be the characters. Sketchy Akechi is my zesty twin. Signing off, Kindle Cats. I have a new TikTok named Deaf Cats for Snacks, and I need you guys to go and follow. And don't forget to read Runaway Flame Chapter 2 and the Discord server. It will all be in the description below.
Not showering together.
There's a water drought in California. I'm telling you, we have to reserve the water.
Okay, show me.
There's not enough water for everyone, so we have to shower together. It's just something that happens.
Where did you learn
natural.
that?
On my phone. It's right here.
Okay, show me the notification.
What phone? I don't have a phone.
What?
It died. My phone died. I didn't bring it to the hangout. We have to shower together. Can we just shower together? It's just.
I didn't get a notification like that.
Well, it's because your phone isn't updated to the iOS 17. There's a water drought. We have to shower together.
But yours is?
There's a water drought.
Okay.